Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is me, Dukect, here, not really live, because for some reason I can't log in to TalkShoe, doing the whole hosting. I can't do that, so for whatever reason, but, hopefully they'll fix it. I talked to the people, hopefully they fix the whole thing. But, anyway, yeah, we're here. Not really live, of course, but we're here, and we're going to be talking here on the Dukect Lounge. We're going to be talking about interesting news in the world of wrestling. And let's talk about the biggest news here, ladies and gentlemen. The big news, the big thing that is talked about here, which I believe is going to be something really positive, is that Netflix is going to host and will actually host the first two seasons of Lucha Underground, and that is a really good thing. And also, ladies and gentlemen, Major League Wrestling reports that according to them, the promotion is not leaving the El Rey network, and it is not for sale. And they will just be on the first two seasons of Lucha Underground will be on Netflix, starting February 15th. And also in Netflix Canada, they will be on there shortly after. And by the way, Lucha Underground is on its third season, and it will return to El Rey network on May 31st. Which is interesting, and this is something I really think this will probably knock WWE on this rear end, because I believe that and I truly believe this, and I think I'm not alone here, and I want to hear you guys' opinion about this, but I honestly think when Netflix gets a wrestling thing, it will probably be as big, if not bigger than, probably bigger than anything the WWE Network has. The WWE Network at best can have only averages around 1.5 subscribers. WWE Network at best has 1.5 subscribers daily on their network. Lucha Underground with Netflix has around 60 million, and that's probably in the U.S. alone. So will probably, and I really believe they will probably get more people involved in Lucha Underground. I honestly think Lucha Underground will probably be more accessible. People will watch it. They will say, holy crap, it's a show that has wrestling in it, but also have these nice storylines, these televanilla storylines. And I think a lot of people will like it. And not only that, they will like to see these strong men, women, everyone else there fighting spots in the temple. I think it's a show. I think it would actually cross a lot of people. I'd be like, will cross so many barriers, and people will actually like it. I think, heck, even the third season, I think it has been a bit slow, but I think it has had some real stuff. You have Sexy Stars Champion. You had, some really good stuff there. For Lucha Underground, you have the Black Lotus Triad. You have, very, strong, sexy women there. Luchadores, as they are called. And I'm probably mispronouncing that, so what the heck, I can't pronounce any name correctly. So, but yeah, I think this is going to be very, very fun. I think it's going to be something that this is something I believe that will push Lucha Underground probably to, at least, I truly think it will probably go past TNA. I mean, as a show, I honestly think it will probably be number 2. It won't be happening overnight, but people will watch it and they will be like, holy crap, this show not only in action, but also in the storytelling. They're going to be like, I want to be a part of it. I want to watch this show. I want to do this. They're going to, sorry, they are going to be like, holy crap, this show is going to be great. This show is great. Again, the storylines, the characters, they're going to invest in them. And with Rey Mysterio coming in the second season will help as well. You'll have a lot of guys, former WWE guys, former WCW guys, former guys that people have watched before, but they are new and interesting characters. And I honestly think that this will help bring Lucha Underground into more of a prominence. I think this will be something very, I honestly think this will be very positive for them. And this right here will be a game changer. And people say, oh, it's not going to be much of a game changer. I'm like, yes, it will. Yes, it will. It will be that game changer. It will, people will go and watch this legally by that. I know they got the illegal stream and such like that, but now people can watch it legally, and they're going to be all in on that. It's not going to get many subscribers to Netflix, but I guarantee you're going to get a lot, Lucha Underground is going to get more fans from Netflix. It will be more people are going to watch it, and more people are going to, like, people have been talking about, like, what's this Lucha Underground thing? What's this, that, and the other? They're going to be really surprised. I mean, from, Matanza to, Mariposa to, Cage, like I said, Sexy Star. Honestly, Mariposa, Sexy Star's No Mas match is going to be, I honestly think that's going to be great too. I think that's going to really bring in people like, holy crap, I mean, they'll see, how, they're like, not show shade. No, Scruggs don't shade of WWE. The whole Women's Revolution, the whole, Charlotte and Sasha Banks completely and utterly debacle and Hell in a Cell. They're gonna be like, they're gonna hate that, but when they see this, they're gonna look at this and say, why can't we have this in WWE? They're gonna be like, why can't we have this type of style action in the WWE or anything like that? And it will all have, and the best part is Lucha Underground is only an hour. It is an hour. It is easy to be consumed. It's in and out. Heck, it's not really out. It's like 45 minutes, just without the commercials. It's going to really get, I think that binge watching audience is going to be right up there. It's not going to be up there where, the Marvel stuff or, or Voltron or anything else, but you never know. I think it will be a lot more streamable. I think a lot more people are going to watch it. And if things go right, some might say that it might go on Netflix full time on season 4. Which I believe it will be great. And honestly, you can still get the whole season on all 3 seasons on iTunes if you really want to go pinch your pennies and such. So yeah, I think this is a great thing. I think again it helps wrestling because there's more. You get more eyeballs to it and all this other stuff. And hopefully, if this does work, that means we can get more Lucha Underground or shows like Lucha Underground on Netflix, or maybe on Hulu, or maybe on Amazon Prime. So, I mean, heck, you have shows, or a new Marvel show, the new Marvel Runaways is going to be on Hulu. I'm hopeful it's going to be at least decent. I don't know, it looks too much like a Dawson's Creek type of thing, but again, I wasn't really into the Runaways, so, hey, maybe it will surprise me. But, anyway, my hope is for Lucha Underground to really get something going on Netflix, because I'm waiting for something like this all the time. I really wanted some wrestling fed to get on Netflix to really just shock people, because again, that would really be like, that will bring so many eyes to their product. And I really am sad that WWE didn't do this years ago, have a real deal with Netflix to help them stream their stuff. Because at the end of the day, as much as they want to have their own stuff, which I applaud them for doing so, but the way WWE has become, and they're catering too much of the niche market, too niche. They made it too. I think the product is becoming way too niche for its own good. It's for its own good. It's becoming way too niche. They need to do something to really the WWE is not meant to be niche. It is a worldwide entertainment, and they need to start doing things to get more to mass market in. And I honestly think when Lucha Underground will do it, I think I think they will go for that mass market. They love violence. They love the whole wrestling. They have violence, and they will have, storylines that are very interesting out there, but there will be interesting stuff. Yeah, that's what I say about that issue. Anyway, we're going to take a small little break, and when we return, we will be talking about Seth Rollins' injury and what that will affect WrestleMania. And maybe, just maybe, this might be a good thing. We'll be right back here, live, not really live, recorded for TalkShoe.com and on the recorded and put up on YouTube and seen in Man Expression and on freaking awesome networks. So yeah, you will see this show, the Dukect Lounge, everywhere, nowhere, and the things in between, and also iTunes. So thank you very much for listening. You guys are great. We'll be right back right after this. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening here on the Dukect Lounge. You hear the show. Hope you like it. It's usually live on Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is usually on TalkShoe.com. And you can also call in if you want to call in to the show. Remember, the phone number, as always, is 724-444-7444. Once again, the phone number to call in live of the show is 724-444-7444. And the call ID to connect to me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, the call ID to connect to me, Dukect, is 92417. Okay, let's do this. Seth Rollins, is this past Monday night was injured. Seth Rollins was injured. I do believe he actually that is the re-injury to his it is supposedly an MCL tear, and it looks like it is a this thing is gonna probably put him out for 8 weeks. Barely, and this, let me tell you, it's 8 weeks, and he might not be able to go at WrestleMania because he has to not only be out for 8 weeks, but he has to rehab. And that's, you know what? I think you should shelve him because, again, you don't want to re-injure him. He's your future guy. And he basically tweeted this long message, but yet at the end of the day, that, you know what? He says he will return stronger, and he says the only way, fighting and defeating Triple H is the only way for him to really feel that he needs his revenge and such. And it looks like it is probably going to be something toward his MCL. I don't know, RG3, the Robert Griffin III had the same problem, but I don't know. Because it just seems like when you have this type of injury is like very serious, and the stuff like happens, but supposedly the knee becomes stronger and this stuff happens, you know? And it's hopefully Seth Rollins, aka Kobe Lopez. I hope he gets better. I hope he returns stronger, and hopefully, it looks like he is this thing he is injured, and this is going to probably take him a long time to recover. And you know what? This could be a good thing. Because honestly, Seth Rollins has looked like he has been acting like a complete terrible babyface. I mean, the reason why he's turned babyface is because Triple H screwed him. Even though when he returned to injury the first time, the crowd liked him. Nope. He decided to be a heel against Roman Reigns, who was still being booed. Honestly, at this point, if this wasn't clear, the way they should have done it is that has Seth Rollins turn face, and then turn face and say, I don't need the authority anymore. I realize that I can win and beat Roman on my own. He does that, then Dean cashes him in and everything else because of past sins and everything else. But yet, he's like, I'm pissed, and he wants to take on all 3 members of the Shield and everything else. And then Stephanie's like, oh, we can help you out with that. I'm like, no, I can do this. I could do this. I'm the architect. I could do this on my own stuff. I got this. Push the authority away and that sort of thing. Thinking he can do this on his own. I repaired this knee, everything else on his own and everything else. Then, he doesn't succeed at Battleground. And then after that, he doesn't get the parental treatment. He's like, you're gonna have like a winner of this, these championship match, the number one contender for this new championship belt, and the person who they're gonna face, and she looks, and then she's gonna say Seth. So that's like, okay, and then Roman Reigns. You're gonna face winner will face Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. So that's like, what the heck? And he's shocked by this. And stuff like, oh, you didn't mean help, so you gotta earn your way in. He's like, okay. And then next thing you know, he fights. Part of me wishes I don't want, because I don't think Finn Balor getting him rushed for that Universal title is not gonna help. I don't like that. Personally, I would say someone with a little more credence to him. Maybe like someone like, say, Cesaro. Someone like Cesaro, who I think would actually be more interesting instead of Finn Balor, who has no character. I mean, Cesaro does have something, at least. He has a little bit of character. That sort of type of English, like that whole Swiss, like thing, but trying to be like that Bond type of, trying to be like Bond. But, fine. I know, but Finn, I don't know. Maybe someone convince me why Finn Balor is so good, because I really sound him off NXT, and then getting him being the champion this quickly is not going to help anything. I'm like, people are like, oh, Roman Reigns got the fast track to being champion. No, he had to work. He was the main event for since 2000, I believe. 2012, and I believe 2012, 2013. And yes, they were featured, but it was him getting known to the audience. It took a while that he became known, but yeah, he was being groomed to being a champion. And Finn, who was known in NXT, which no one in WWE, I mean, I watch, but not everyone was going to watch. And I just think, I don't know why you're going to put him into that main event picture if he has no character, no real reason, no character, the connection is basically somewhat there, but overall the mainstream audience is going to be like, what the hell is that? Why should we care about that dude? And, this is not going to really push that, they're not going to really care about him. Whatever. But fine. Have him lose against, have him like, somewhat, doesn't get past, Seth Rollins missed the pinfall and he, doesn't get a shot. Finn Balor goes all the way and wins against, goes up against, Roman Reigns and, somehow gets himself hurt. I don't know. The same thing happens. I'm not saying Finn Balor gets injured, but, I want him to get injured or anything. No. But just going through the same storyline type of thing. And, yeah, Finn Balor has to relinquish the title or whatever. And then you have the same fatal 4-way happen. And then instead of Seth Rollins getting, getting the pinfall, instead of Kevin Owens, you have, Roman Reigns getting the pin and becoming the Universal Champion. And him turning heel and being the, de facto guy and, being that, smug douchebag, which I think would be work for him. And then have Seth Rollins saying, you know what, I've been used and I did all this type of stuff and I did get ahead because of it. But when I was out, Triple H wasn't there. They didn't do anything for me. I had to do this by myself. And when I was rehabbing, I had to realize that they weren't going to protect me. They weren't going to get my leg up 100%. No, I had to do this. I had to do it by myself and build himself back up again. That is what Seth Rollins like. I am an architect and build himself back up again. Pretty much that whole babyface, little mini documentary of Seth Rollins coming back, rooting for him to come back from the WWE. That would have been that right there. Instead of him basically being, Daddy doesn't love me anymore, and being this whiny little biatch. that's pretty much Seth Rollins, his character for the most part. Completely whining, losing title matches and whining and burn it down except for Survivor Series for whatever reason. He wants to be on Team Stephanie and Team Raw because reasons. Who cares? But overall, he was just treated terribly. And then meanwhile, was talking crap about Triple H. Triple H has been on NXT. He's all over the world. He's not even mentioned or anything else. Like, he goes to his office, sitting there, and yet he's not there. Trying, really hard. This is later on, by the way. This is like in December or whatever. And then, after all this time, after months and months of him basically like, whining and crying and doing all this type of stuff, he finally goes on TakeOver. Seth Rollins goes on TakeOver finally. Well, it took him long enough. Even though there's been multiple takeovers since the, multiple takeovers, which he knew Triple H was there. He knew that he was there, and yet he did nothing. Yeah. And then, got himself out of the, has security take him out. But then after that, you had his promo with Stephanie saying, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to the board of directors. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to your house and beat you up in front of his kids. What about that? I'm like, dude, I'm like, yep. I have no reason to care about your face turn. You are officially a villain. Heel, whatever. He is a villain. I don't like you. I don't really care. Like, why should I root for this man? Why should I cheer for this man? Going to someone's house and beating him up in front of his kids, that is traumatic. That is disturbing. And, people say, oh, well, Stone Cold. Yeah, Stone Cold, remember way back in the day, Stone Cold would just say, yeah, here's the thing. Stone Cold actually remember way back in the day, he actually saved Steph from the whole higher power thing. Save Steph with help of Shamrock with the guy's bucket. Yeah, he actually helped save Vince. Helped save Stephanie McMahon. Before she went heel or whatever. He helped save her life. So yeah, he may be an asshole, but he does the right thing sometimes. That's what Stone Cold. That's the thing. He was an asshole, but I ain't gonna go and take out innocent people. He'll help people out. That sort of thing. That type of anti-hero. He's not an asshole. But Seth Rollins saying that statement, he is completely and totally an irredeemable villain, a whiny, narcissistic villain in my eyes. And then Triple H came out and basically cut this great promo saying, I'm trying really hard not to be this dude anymore. I'm trying hard being this type to build in the future. And I'm like, this is a face promo. This is a face promo. This is a baby face promo, ladies and gentlemen. And, and he's like, you know what? You want to attack me and do all this stuff with my kids, and then you know what? You want Destroyer back, I'm going to be Destroyer. So Seth, get out here. And I'm like, and the crowd were chanting Triple H, Triple H. I'm like, if I don't know any better, because this looks like to me like a political hit to basically just sideline Seth Rollins and make him like his. I'm serious. I don't know what type of way that to really book this dude, because right now Seth Rollins just looks like a complete and just completely horrible person. He is. He's a horrible person. And then next thing you know, Samoa Joe comes in, takes down Seth Rollins, and here we are. And again, it was not, it wasn't malicious intent. These things just happen. And honestly, at the end of the day, I think this is a better type of way to do it. This is not, oh my gosh, several, no, screw that. It's like, people say, oh my gosh, Seth Rollins is going to be great. I'm like, no, man, it was over. Seth Rollins was not going to become, Seth Rollins, the supposed babyface, was not going to was not going to be, this storyline was not going to help him. And no one, at this point, it's not helping him at all. It just feels like, again, like Triple H coming in, basically being the God King Destroyer, and just, and I always like Triple H, but yeah, it just seems like more of a political hit, you ask me. To knock down himself to build himself up. But you know what? This could be a good thing. You know why? That means you can reset. And he said, he could be like, you know what? I became something I wasn't. I was becoming this darker image, and that's not me. And become humble and saying, yeah, I said things and everything else, humble and be apologetic when Seth Rollins comes back, maybe at SummerSlam. And you could do the match there, and you can have himself become more of a redeemable babyface, After he kicks Samoa Joe's ass, and so on. Look, I'm not saying, force him back to WrestleMania, but at this point, just to have this match done at SummerSlam. Do it then. Have him come back around June and July and start the thing there. Make Rollins more of a relatable and also a more humbled babyface. That right there would be a better way to do this, because I think that's a better position for him. Because, yeah, he is not really a likable babyface at this moment. But that's just me. And honestly, with WrestleMania, honestly, at the card actually improved. You can have, say, Triple H versus Shane McMahon. Cena takes on Samoa Joe. And Undertaker take on Strowman or something. I don't know. But overall, it really will. I think at the end of the day, if Seth Rollins has to miss WrestleMania, I think this might be overall a good thing for the WWE. We might have actually a better show. Because rumor has it, and there's some saying, we might have to do a Triple H versus Samoa Joe. Or most likely, Joe goes over to SmackDown to take down John Cena. Which would be something really cool. Cena and Joe, I'm down with that. Better than what they have supposedly going to have, like Cena and Nikki versus Maurice and The Miz. That waste match. Cena's the big time, man. Cena's big time. He doesn't want to be doing a pointless match with the Rubes. He's a big star. So give him that big money match. Big match, John. Have Joe beat John Cena at WrestleMania. And, I don't know, have AJ take on... Screw it. You know what? How about this? AJ Styles versus The Undertaker. And he beats The Undertaker. How cool would that be? But that's just my personal opinion, ladies and gentlemen. I could be wrong. And I want to hear y'all guys as well. As this show, The Lounge, is going to close. And thank you so much for joining me. And thank you so much for sticking with me. And next week, I will hopefully get on Talk Show so we can actually do the show live and in person. And also, I'm working on some other stuff that might be very interesting. And it's going to happen really soon, hopefully. And also, Color Splash, Paper Mario Color Splash, hopefully will be done soon. So I'll keep delaying it. I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be done last week, but I had to rewrite some scripts and such and make sure that everything was on point. So I hopefully, I'm going to get through there, and I already got the footage. I got all the footage and everything I need to. So I hope to have it done hopefully by this week, and then I'm going to do some more videos, and then WrestleMania, then hopefully I'll get one more too. Then we're going to be at the 50th episode. So that's going to be real fun to do as well. So anyway, thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for listening. It's Duke CT here. Peace and love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all later.